got some more Morini cylinder head work to do. This one's come in with a seized exhaust nut that has been broken trying to remove it. The pipe had been cut. This was the section that I then removed to get a reasonably square surface that I could try and attack. So it'll get mounted up on my jig or fixture, and we'll see if we can carefully bore that remaining steel stub out and then start attacking the nut. Now the fixture's not all that rigid, but has done absolutely fine when boring the heads to rethread them. The steel is going to be a bit more tenacious and put a bit more strain on, but I think if we take it easy and make late passes, we should be good to go. Well, we're all set up, and I've made a couple of light test cuts to try and get it reasonably on centre. Obviously the pipe's not perfectly round, and all we want to do is get it out of there. I've set up the my depth stop, and reasonably conservatively at this point I can see the line between the pipe and the head. It's not a lot of room to get in there and show things. But if I can get down below the end of the bronze nut, I'll effectively just leave a washer in there, and I can ignore it whilst I'm then boring the nut out and hopefully saving the thread and not having to do a repair. If I can get the bronze out, I've got a tap of the correct size to chase the thread. Well, you could see there that I was having rigidity issues with this fixture, so that's about the deepest cut we can take. There was about 20 thou, but that's okay. We can just take repeated passes and get down to where we need to be. We're getting close to breaking through the wall of the inner pipe, because I think you can see here that this is an original twin wall downpipe. So I'm going to take a lighter cuts until we break through, because I don't want it it grabbing, given that the lack of rigidity there is in this this fixture. as you can see, we did catch the liner there, and it's starting to tear out. I tripped it prematurely, then manually fed to the bottom, which gave us a little bit of a harder hit down there. So I'm going to grab a pair of pliers and see if I can pull that. Well, we're getting down to the last few passes on the outer steel pipe. Zoom in a little bit. And we'll see if we can. You can see it's getting really quite thin. So we should break through anytime soon. 2 or 3 passes maybe. I am getting some chatter and resonance, but it seems to be under control, and we should get this done. We are getting some nasty little bird's nests, but well, it's broken through on a couple of the edges. Hopefully it will behave itself and not grab anything violently. I should be, because I think it's spreading outwards, I think I should be safe taking another pass. Okay, I'm going to go handheld for a second here. So you can see we're broken through and nearly torn out. I'll move off centre again and manually remove that, and then we can start thinking about boring the nut. With the slide this far out, I am about to run out of clearance against the head back here, but I'll reset the head and reposition the tool. Well, I've got the tool reset and making contact. Down in the hole here, I'm now actually going to be hitting the collets, which is an interrupted cut. I've got a slot backward and front where the two pipe collets meet. So we'll keep making passes until we've got the collets out and we're starting into the bronze nut. You can see I'm almost through pieces of collet, and from now on in it'll be a question of starting to carve into the bronze nut. I've re-rigged the camera to give you a better view. The tripod's somewhat in my way and hopefully I won't kick it. That was most of the rest of the collet. Yeah, I'm just barely beginning to skim the nuts now. And yeah, you can see where the end of the nut ends and the steel of the collet begins. bronze is now cutting much more nicely. That was a 20 thou cut, and the forces are low enough that the fixture's really not moving around like it was with the steel. You hear the change in sound as we hit the collet, but that worked fine. So we'll just work down until we start seeing the witness marks of threads appear, and then I'll try and pull things more accurately onto centre. But I don't know that I've got this completely vertical. I can't remember whether the angles on this were set up for a 350 or a 500 head. This is a 500 head. So we may have to do a little jiggling around to try and hit the crest of the thread all the way around and see if we can recover it. I'm just going to vacuum things out a little, make it easier to see what's going on. I adjusted the death stop slightly, so we're not cutting into the collet as much, or the remains of the collet. I've just pulled it up a little bit more. And we'll just keep making passes. Okay, I can't actually see it breaking through anywhere, I think, but I am getting very close. I might take one more pass just at 10th thou, and then I might try actually just tapping in and see if we can break what's left out of there. Okay, that's looking promising. I might get a pick and just try and get the end started, see if we can peel it out. Not quite. I think I might skim another few thou. Yeah, what I peeled out was still fairly thick, so I can afford to go a bit further. Okay, just at the back here, I think I'm just starting to see crests of thread, possibly the same at the front here. Just managed to catch the end there. So now I can work my way around. Okay, let's see if we can pick that end up again. There we go. Got it started again. And I think that was the last of the nut. Well, I'm afraid I hadn't noticed that the camera had errored out. The memory card didn't seem to like the heat that we're having at the moment. So I swapped another card in to show you the result. And we've got everything out. And in fact, let's go handheld and see what we can show you. It's a bit messy down in there, but we've got the gasket, the collets, the remains of the pipe, and that thread actually looks okay. I'm sure that will clean up with the tap. I'm going to go around and scrape what I can of the threads and then get the big M48 tap and clean that out. I think that's another successful repair.